In this video, you will learn the two major problems with not understanding women, the importance of building attractive traits before pursuing women, and what these attractive traits actually are. If you're new to the channel, I am Raghav. I create videos that focus on specific problems men face in their day-to-day lives with the goal of helping them get their lives together. And today we'll be discussing the age-old question, which is what do women want in men? So the problem I'm trying to solve with this specific video is that most of us men, we do not know what women want. We might see some success in dating here and there, but we seldom find ways to recreate it. I also know guys who've had no luck with women throughout their lives. And all of this is because we as men, we do not know what women want. How can you offer anything to women if you don't know what they really want? Hence the lack of success. And that is why in this video, I'm going to help you understand what women want. But before I step into explaining what women want in men, it's important for you to understand why you should make an effort to learn this. So let's start with the why behind the what. So I'm going to keep this simple. Two major problems stem out of you not understanding what women want. The first one is how do you offer them anything when you don't know what they want? And this is how this problem manifests in reality. So you keep pursuing women and you keep getting rejected again and again. This will lead you to a point where you will just give up pursuing women completely and become resentful in life. The worst outcome of this problem is that this will hold you back in the long run when it comes to dating and finding a partner for your life. And the second problem is that you are spending what limited resources that you have, that is your time, money, and energy, into women when you should be using it on yourself to make yourself better so that you can see success with not just with women, but in all other aspects of your life. For example, I personally have friends who have spent a pretty penny on dating app subscriptions when they could have benefited far more by spending the same amount of money in getting a gym subscription. Or I have friends who are stuck in a dead end job, but they still go out on dates and spend what little money they have on women where they could have benefited more by buying a Udemy course and building a better skill set. We all know guys who shouldn't be in the dating space because either they are horrendously broke, exceptionally fat, or just emotionally volatile. Instead, they should take a step back, assess their life, and work on areas which needs improvement. The point is you have limited amount of resources that you cannot spend it everywhere. You need to consider this process of building attractive characteristics as step one, which is investing all of your time and energy into yourself, making yourself attractive, building a life worth leading, and then you should go out and pursue women. And the first step of this process is understanding what women want so that you can offer them exactly that. So let's unpack this question, which is what do women really want? If you look up online for this question of what women want, I'm very sure you found a ton of things like self confidence, a great sense of humor, emotional availability, and many others. We also find things like no one understands what women want, which is frustrating because it leaves you even more clueless, especially when you're trying to pursue some success in your dating life. But I think we're overcomplicating this more than it needs to be. And I'm happy to say that I personally found some success in looking for this answer in my own life. And I think what women want in men is effectiveness. Women want a man who can either solve their problems all by himself or help them solve these problems. And it's mostly the second part of my previous statement that women want, but you cannot offer to help others without helping yourself first. So, in this series of videos, I'll help you to be more effective in multiple parts of your own life. Now, you might feel that effectiveness is too generic and vague to convert into actionable steps, which can help you increase your attractiveness. You might be left with questions such as what is effectiveness? To help you understand this concept of becoming attractive through the means of being effective, I have broken this down into 6 specific categories, which are your physical health, your mental health, your intelligence, willpower, agreeableness and assertiveness, and affluence, which is your ability to make money. I will do an in depth video for each of these pillars, but for now, let me explain why women want these specific characteristics in men. The first one is physical health. Physical health is a great indicator of good genes, a long life, and a good body shows a man's sense of discipline. And this has to be one of the most hard to fake characteristics because there are no shortcuts for having a good body. And the second one is good mental health. Good mental health is also a great indicator for good genes, stability, and the health of the relationship. A good mental health also indicates that you have the potential to be a good father. And let's be honest with ourselves, nobody wants to date a guy who's depressed. And the third one is intelligence. Intelligence is again a good indicator of great genes, but along with that, this has to be the most powerful indicator of your success. Fourth one is willpower. Willpower is an indicator of resilience and consistency. You want to do anything for a long time with consistency, you will need willpower. And this bleeds into the health of the relationship, your career, and the overall quality of your life. The next one is agreeableness and assertiveness. Agreeableness is an indicator of conflict resolution skills, and assertiveness is an indication of protectiveness. This is where women want a man who is a balance between Mr. Nice Guy and a full blown asshole. And the last one is affluence, or in other words, your financial situation. To be even more precise, this is your ability to make money or wealth. Now, when I say this, you might be thinking that all women are gold diggers and all they want is they're just behind your money, but no, it's far from the truth. Your financial situation is the concrete, solid proof of the combination of all the other characteristics that we just discussed. Because you cannot make money without having the combination of these traits, and money is a validation from the market or the concrete social proof. At this point in time, you might be wondering, do I really need all of this to be successful with women? For which my immediate answer is, do not think that you are doing this just for women because it is too one dimensional. Instead, think about it like this: pursuing these six pillars would improve your overall quality of life, and attracting women is a byproduct of it and not the only objective. And the second thing would be that the objective of this video series is not to make you great in any one thing. Instead, it is to round you off as good in all six pillars of your life. Again, this is just the introduction of what women want. I will have an in-depth video on why and how to build all of these characteristics in yourself. To get you started, click on this next video where we discuss the first pillar of attractiveness in men, which is the physical health, and the importance of it in attracting women and how to become more physically attractive. I'll see you in the next video.